welcome to the Nerd Bites Weekly Show. I am your host, DC. Joining me, per usual, is my co-host, Jen. What's up, Jen?
Not much.
And then we have two special guests tonight. A longtime friend of the show, Takoda, with Page and Panel. What's up, Takoda?
What's up?
And then a first-time guest, Shawn Pryor. What's up, Shawn?
Yo, what's up? I'm doing good, feeling good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. We talked about this a little bit pre-show, but it's been a long time coming getting you on here. You're kind of like the last Infinity Stone for the Lexington artist friends that we have. So,
Oh yeah,
yeah, I love it. But yeah, we're gonna talk LexCon. We're gonna talk Pokemon a little bit, probably. Just a little bit. Keep it chill. But yeah, I don't know. Why don't we just start out with you, Shawn? Why don't you tell the crowd who you are and what you do?
all right. Well, hey, my name is Shawn Pryor. I'm a writer. I write graphic novels, comic books, historical graphic novels, books about Godzilla movies. I've also written a book called Kentucky Kaiju. I've written children's books. I'm a jack of all trades when it comes to writing. I also do school visits where I talk to kids about how we are inspired by creative things that we see and how those things help us make stuff. And I also have a Toku inspired children's book series called The Gamer. It's
Nice.
it's rooted deep in like Super Sentai type vibes, but it's for kids, and it's a lot of fun. So Kaiju Unleashed, the book about Godzilla and the history of Godzilla and all of his kaiju friends. That's currently out now too, and I'm that book right there. It's like one of my favorite things I've ever written. It's like over 50,000 words. I had like 5 months to put that together, and
You
I
can
had to
buy
do
it
it.
on Amazon right now for $20.
Ooh, that's cheaper than retail. Holy crap. So I think it like goes for like 29.99. But it was to be able to do an extensive history of Godzilla and Rodan, Mothra, King Kong, the MonsterVerse, American monster films, comics, books, like video games, all that stuff, toys, and even like a little section about Ultraman. So like I've had a lot of fun writing that book, and I'm glad it's out for everybody to see.
I love that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick one up from you at your table. You're gonna have some copies at your table.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have copies of Kaiju Unleashed, The Gamer. I have copies of Who is Shaun White because I wrote a biography book about Olympic snowboarder Shaun White, and so for
Nice.
part of the Who is Who Was series. So I'll have copies of that. I'll have like other comics and graphic novels, all types of stuff. I got a pretty extensive catalog. Like these last 5 years, I've written a lot of books and worked with like incredible creative people, and so like I'm happy.
That's what's up, man. I've got a copy of. Oh God. I've got a copy of the hardcover of Kaiju Unleash, or I'm sorry, Kaiju Kentucky Kaiju, the extended edition, right here. My camera
Yeah.
won't focus, but
Yes.
you wrote this, and Justin and Tressa did the illustrations in this.
Yes.
This thing is incredible. One of my favorite things because it showcases a lot of Kentucky, and like some of the folklore in Kentucky, which I adore because obviously we're from Kentucky and Kentucky means a lot to me, and I know it does to the people that worked on that project as well.
Oh yeah, most definitely. The really cool thing about it is that when Justin came to me and Tressa and said, "Listen, I want to do a book for Kentucky with kaiju, and I want you to like make up all this history and all this lore for like all these like kaiju that no one has ever seen."
Right.
And at first, like I was taking it so serious that like I couldn't really like write create proper kaiju and stuff like that. And it just was like, hey man, this is for fun. This is for fun. Just relax. He was like, go grab a glass of bourbon and take a few sips and then just have fun with it. And after that, like it came to me like clockwork. being able to use actual cities and towns in Kentucky and incorporate some of their history, or or say for instance, like some type of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like monument, or like something like a
Mm-hmm.
special building, or anything like certain special things in like certain cities and towns. I could use that as part of the history with said kaiju, and I just got to do silly stuff. I mean, I made up a kaiju ant that was addicted to high fructose corn syrup, barbecue sauce.
Yep.
You know, and so like so like, and he ended up having like kaiju beaties, the kaiju version of diabetes. So I think his name was Tex Ant. Yes,
Yeah.
I think it was
Yeah.
Tex Ant.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, and like he was so popular that even there was even a country song about him called I've never met a Texan that can't, or something like that. And like but yeah, like writing that book and being part of that, plus being able to work with Justin, like that's my homie.
Yeah.
Um,
Justin's great.
you know,
Friend of the show.
like I met him. I met Justin Stewart. I think it was like 2008. It was like a free comic book day. It was free comic book day, and there used to be this comic book shop, collectibles, etc., in Lexington,
That
right?
used to be my
And,
shop before it was. Yeah.
and so what happened was he was one of the guests for free comic book day, and he had this GI Joe Cobra hat. It's a blue hat with like the red Cobra symbol, and like I was just like looking around the shop, and I saw him and I saw that hat. I was like, hey, I want that hat. You're going to give me that hat. And we just started joking and stuff, and like and then like we did a show together at the Carnegie Center like 2 months later, and we became like best friends ever since.
That's what's up.
You know, and so and the same with Tressa too. Like they're just great people, and like that's the cool thing about like the community that we have. It is
Mm-hmm.
filled with great people that just lift each other up and lift up others, and I think it makes for better art.
I love it. Yeah, I agree. It's funny you mentioned that. I actually remember Justin doing that. I also remember for a free comic book day, there was like 100 copy prints of Tressa at Collectibles, etc. She did a Guardians of the Galaxy like ACDC record print. I still have
Yeah.
it.
Oh
Um,
no.
yeah, if I think it's over there somewhere. But anyway, um, yeah, the first 100 people to free comic book day got one, so I had to make sure I showed up for that, and I did. And yeah, it's funny you mentioned that because Collectibles Etc. used to be the spot for me too back when I lived in Lex, and then it's now the Inner Geek, I believe.
No, it's now A+.
A+. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's now A+, because it went from collectibles to like Inner Geek,
Right,
and then the folks that owned Inner Geek sold it to A+. So yeah, so now
gotcha.
there are like two A+ stores in Lexington.
Yeah, because there's the one A+ down on Southland, and then the one off Richmond Road now too, I guess. So
Yes.
gotcha. Okay. Well, I did not know that. When did that happen?
Oh, this was a few years ago. This
Well,
was a
I
few years
to
ago.
be fair, I haven't lived in Lex in a few years, so
Oh, it's all good, fam. Fam, it's all good. No worries. No worries.
awesome. Yeah, I love your sentiment though about like the art scene that's been created by the Lexington folks and the friendships and all that, because yeah, I've met some really awesome people because of the cool art you guys have done. So I really appreciate it a lot. I know our the community does too. I see Justin and Bryce, there's stuff popping up everywhere in Lex. It's crazy.
Yes. Yes. Yes, like Bryce is everywhere. I
Uh-huh.
don't know how I don't know how he does it. I don't think he sleeps, to be honest with you. Like if he's not everywhere, his art is everywhere. Like it's incredible. I've never seen someone with as much energy as that man. I've never seen anything like
I agree. Koron's made jokes about that before. Like he's been like, Bryce, are you gonna die sooner? Like what?
it. Yeah, he's everywhere.
He is,
He
man. It's
is
crazy.
absolutely everywhere.
Well, so you talked a lot about, a lot of Japanese type things
Mhm.
with Super Sentai and uh kaiju with Godzilla and all that. So Japanese culture something you adore?
I would say that like, like I just I have an affinity for, like, that Super Sentai, Metal Heroes, Tokusatsu as a whole. That stuff just really means a lot to me because as a kid, like I'm a child of the 80s, and so cable TV is still a new thing. And so, I'm really just watching over the air antenna channels, and like at the age of like 4 years old, I'm about to go to bed on a Saturday night, and as I'm walking up the steps, I hear the Godzilla screonk noise for the very first time. So I run right back downstairs and I'm like, Mom, what is this? And it was Destroy All Monsters.
Uh,
And I was like, can I stay up and watch this? She was like, sure. And so it became like this thing where, like, my mom would look into the TV guide, something else that doesn't really exist anymore. And she would look in the TV guide and check to see when Godzilla movies were coming on. And, she would mark it down on the calendar, and it would be something that we would do together. You know what I mean? Like, I learned about Super Sentai like way before Power Rangers even came to, even before Power Rangers, made its debut.
mm-hmm.
I had an uncle who was in the military and he was overseas. And so sometimes he would bring home videotapes of Super Sentai shows. I didn't know it was called Super Sentai,
Right.
but it just looked incredible. The costumes were cool. The mecha was cool. The villains are great. Like, and so it's like, man, this is amazing. Why don't we have this here? And then in 94, Power Rangers finally makes its debut. And so yeah, stuff just it just means a lot to me. I just really enjoy it. Like, with Super Sentai, the one thing I've always enjoyed is the fact that with Super Sentai, heroes are heroes. Period. They always fight for what's right.
Yeah.
With Godzilla, it's a thing of, Godzilla can stand for so many things. And, sometimes he's a hero to the environment. Sometimes like each movie has like its own theme. Each era is different, whether it be the Showa, the Heisei, or the Rhea/Millennium era. Like, they all tell fantastic, amazing, dramatic stories. And yeah, sometimes they get silly too, which is fine,
Yeah.
which is absolutely fine. But like, but in like the whole heart of it all just means a lot to me.
Heck yeah. Well, Bobby, I'll let you ask the question uh, about anime. I know you want to ask it.
Which question?
Just, what anime does he like? All that kind of stuff.
You like hentai, Sean? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. It's a yeah. Anyway, you watch any anime, Sean?
A little bit, a little bit. I'm
What's your
I'm messing
favorite?
behind. Like, I've got Slam Dunk waiting for me.
Same, that's good.
And like, I've got a couple of Hayao Miyazaki. I always mispronounce his name. I have a couple of his movies that, like, I have a shelf like, and right past this glass case full of Blu-rays, and a bunch of them are anime that I've bought like for like the last like year and a half, that I made a promise to myself I'm going to watch. So but yeah, like, as far as like, I started watching Spy X Family. I started
Nice.
watching that. I had read some of the manga because I have like the Shonen Jump app,
Mm.
and like I was like, this is really cool. So I started watching the anime. I was like, man, this is great. So I would like to watch more anime. I just, man, the time is my time is just so limited in between a full-time job and also writing books full time.
I
It's
feel you.
just been tough to like really like sit down and like just get into something, because when I like with TV shows and anime, especially with anime, once I start, I don't want to stop.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, I can't remember what happened before and stuff like that. But like, currently it's Spy X Family, Slam Dunk, and like the Cat Returns.
Mm.
I'm looking forward to watching that. The Gogol 13, the animated Gogol 13 movie that came out in the 80s, that I've been dying to watch again. It's like one of my favorite animated films. Also, there was a Gogol 13 um anime series that came out in like the 2000s, and I've got that too. And like, I've watched, I think it was like over like 20, 30 some episodes, and like I've watched that halfway through, and like, man, that's just great. Like, there is no there's like, with Gogol 13, like, he's just the ultimate assassin. And the thing is that he's not a hero. He's not a hero. He's not technically a villain, but the thing is that like he has rules and no, he never breaks them ever.
Mm.
And if you think that you as an individual can change his life and make him turn to something else, no, he'll just kill you.
Mm.
Like it's just it's so hardcore. It's some of the best television that like I've ever watched. And so and then I found out that there was an actual live action Go 13 movie back in the 1970s.
Mm.
Discotheque just put it out on Blu-ray not too long ago, and I got that too. So yeah.
Nice. There's a Go-Go Loser Ranger, which I know a lot of people like, that's modern. And then what is that one isekai, Bobby, that's like the Power Ranger isekai that people have been raving about this season? Do you remember the name of it?
Power Ranger Isekai?
Yeah. The guy literally turns into the Red Ranger. Like that's...
I don't think that's out yet.
I think, isn't it?
No, I think
I thought Mother's Basement was talking about it.
has the Japanese version, but I don't think it's out in English yet. Go-Go Loser Ranger is okay. I didn't
Yeah,
like
it's
it.
okay.
It's like the Go-Go Loser Rangers. Go-Go Loser Ranger is like if the Power Rangers were actually dickheads and all of their fights were like staged.
Yeah.
Oh,
And they're like the have you seen The Boys
yes.
or read The Boys? They're like that. Like the superheroes are actually assholes, and they have this alien like society
Mhm.
that can shapeshift into like different monsters, and they make them change into different creatures every Sunday, and they fight them in this arena, and they always win. And it's to like make them look like really good guys for fighting these new alien invaders, but it's the same people over and over again.
They basically
Mhm.
enslave them to win against them.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I've got the first 2 volumes of the manga up here on my bookshelf, and I haven't read them yet. So,
It's
but
okay.
okay. I'm still gonna check it out, but like, but no, like I've had a couple people have mixed reviews about Go Loser Ranger. So, but I'm still intrigued. I'm still intrigued.
It's a cool concept. It just gets a little tropey, I think, wouldn't you say, Takoda?
I thought it was all right. I'm just not a huge Power Rangers fan. So like that's where the appeal was lost on me. Like I didn't really care for the Power Ranger part.
Jen, you're too quiet up there. Ask some questions, say something, or else.
I don't know what to say. I haven't seen this one. I looked it up though,
Yeah.
the manga, but I haven't heard anything about it.
Are you a Power Rangers fan at all?
I was back in the 90s for the
Okay.
first season, but
Well,
not
isn't
since Mighty Morphin came out.
gotcha? Isn't LexCon like the Power Ranger convention?
It used to be.
Yeah.
It used to be like they've kind of like pulled back on that like over like the last like probably like 5 or 6 years. They'll still have a few, but it used to be they would have like a ton of them.
Yeah.
So like now really there's like I think Ranger Stop was a Power Rangers convention that would pop up all over the country. I think that's finally coming to an end. But there's also Power Morphicon, which is like every other year, and that's the one where it's all Power Rangers, Super Sentai actors, Tokusatsu actors, creatives and stuff like that. And like they do that show every other year.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've been going to LexCon since literally year 1, as press since year 3, and I've not missed a year. So
Nice.
yeah, it's been crazy to see it develop into what it's become.
It's wild if you think about the first year of that show. I remember because I tabled at that I tabled at the first ever LexCon, and it was just like one part of the convention center, not the whole convention center, just one part. And literally, it was so packed. There was a period of time for like 2 hours. Literally, every aisle was full. Like nobody could walk around.
Yep.
You know, and they had to take this like the celebrity lines. They had to take Jason David Frank's line, open up the big old garage door on the side, and like they had them loop around outside of the convention center.
I remember. Yeah, I remember he was there, and like to his right was some chick that was on Survivor, but she was a porn star.
Oh.
Yeah, and I remember there was no one in her line, and me and my friend just went up and talked to her, and she's like, "Hey, you want to see my stuff?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess." Because she was so bored. She was so bored. She had no one in her line because everyone was just there to see Jason David Frank. Like literally everybody. Rest in peace.
Nice.
But yeah, I also remember that year they were giving away. They were just they weren't giving away. They were just letting people in because they ran out of tickets to sell
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
convention. So they were just letting people in for free, which was just crazy. I don't think they expected for it to be as big as it was, and then I'd say by year 5 it became pretty large.
yeah,
I mean, they opened
yeah.
up all 3 floors. I think year 5, wasn't it? That was the year they did all
Yes.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, I miss that. Like I really like that
all
a
3
lot.
floors. I missed that
You
too.
know,
Yeah,
oh yeah. Like I really like that a lot. Now, like the way the convention center's been rebuilt, like yeah, we're all pretty much in one hub, and then if you go down the steps, you can go see the celebrity signings and whatnot, which is fine. Like I just liked it where it was like you had Artist Alley in one spot. Now, granted, some people in Artist Alley wanted to be in the main convention hall because of like
right.
where there's more foot traffic there, But I'm like, no, people will eventually come around. They'll
Mm-hmm.
eventually come around, and they did. And so, but we're all in one spot now, and it's fine with me. We make do with what we got.
Right.
So, but it's still a really big space.
It is. To your point, though, I actually feel like a lot of the local artists got more foot traffic when they did have the 3 floors, just because I feel like they get overlooked a lot because everyone's just kind of crowded in the main
Yeah.
hall and they just kind of shuffle by like they're trying to find their thing, and if they don't find it, they don't sit to talk or
Right.
anything like that. I mean, tell me
Oh
if
yeah.
I'm right, Jen, because you've been doing this for a while too. So
No, yeah, I'm usually like right in the center, right near Artist Alley. And I do see a lot of artists that kind of get brushed over, I think, especially when you have like the whole like, it's like an elephant herd really. And they just like come by and they just like can't stop and look because of the people behind them. And yeah, no, that's definitely how it is. So,
yeah, how long have you been tabling at LexCon now?
20, 2018, I think. Could be
Seasoned
wrong. Maybe.
vet.
Yeah. Woohoo! No, but so I've been there a few years, but
Yeah. They always the past, I'd say the past 4 or 5 years they've had some pretty big guests. Um
Mhm.
I remember the year that COVID happened. That was a huge bummer because there was a lot of guests on that list I wanted to see.
Yeah. Like I think that was the year Barbara Eden from I Dream of Jeannie was supposed to show up.
oh yes, that's right.
Like she was supposed to show up that year. Like I remember that one specifically because I was just like, wait a minute. I was like, Barbara Eden's still around? I was like, oh, that's great. All right, cool. We get to see her. That's awesome. And then it's like, then COVID happened and I shut all that shit down. Every
Yeah.
last bit. Every last bit.
Takoda, how long you been doing press now?
20, 2015, 2016.
So as long as me. Yeah.
Yeah, 2016 with Parlapod, and then 2021, the first year after COVID, I've been doing press under my own name.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. It's definitely one of our favorite conventions to go to. We talk about it's the spot for us because it's like everyone can actually get together in LexCon. It's like the place where we
Yes.
can see all of our friends, which is awesome. It's also we get Winchell's twice in one weekend, which is awesome.
Yes. Yeah. But Winchell's had when you catch them on the right day, those French fries are amazing.
Agreed.
I'm a big fan of French fries, so I judge all restaurants by the quality of their fries. You can have the greatest steak in the world, but if your fries is trash, I'm not coming back.
You ever had you've had Drake's, I'm sure, right?
Yes,
You
yes,
like their French
yes.
fries?
The crinkle cuts are good. Good crinkle cut fries. They put like some special seasoning on them from
That's what
time
I'm
to
saying.
time.
The seasoning is
Yeah.
what gets me with them. That shit
Yes.
slaps.
Oh yeah, definitely. Now, and also what you can do is if you're at home and you get some crinkle cut fries, you put them in the air fryer. Spray a little oil on them. After they're done, take them, dump them on a plate, find some Old Bay seasoning, and sprinkle it on top of them.
All right,
And
noted.
trust me, you'll be good to
That
go.
sounds so
Old Bay
good.
seasoning enhances everything. Like it is a personal fave of
Did
mine.
Matt Lindsay put you up to this? You don't even know who that is.
No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't.
Oh yeah,
Don't know.
Bobby, Matt did have a message for you. Let me see what he said. Chat, you guys are quiet. Only Kit Soren's been in here. Let's see.
Matt had a message for me.
He wanted me to say something on the show. Hold on just a second.
If it's about Gaunt's, I'm gonna kick him in his fucking balls.
Wes is here. He said Kaiju Unleashed is fire and everything else Shawn Pryor heights. Thanks, Wes.
Wes, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
All right. So Matt says make sure Takoda is very engrossed in the episode tonight. I might try to win this yeet post. So Takoda started doing this thing on his Facebook where he's like, I've always wanted to do this. The last person to say yeet wins. Well, it's just going to go on until the end of time because you have some very dedicated Facebookers that multiple times a day, including myself, will post yeet on his post.
It's very beneficial to me because I'm monetized. So I'm just currently keeping it going and I keep making money on it. Although I can't comment until like 2:30 tomorrow.
Womp womp.
So you guys can catch up tonight. I'm muted for 24 hours.
Facebook jail.
Yeah, Zuckerberg got me. So,
Uh,
yeah, I'll come back. It's okay.
Any guests at LexCon that people are looking forward to?
Thomas
Ron,
Jane.
oh yeah, Thomas Jane's gonna be there. Yes, Ron Simmons. He like as a kid, like one of like my favorite things was like watching WCW Saturday night or something like that when I was a kid. And like 1992 is when Ron Simmons became the first ever black WCW / NWA champion, heavyweight champion, and like that was momentous because whoever thought that would happen in the South, even like 30 some years ago.
No
and
doubt.
so and
Yeah.
so to be able to like see him and be able to see him is like really cool. So
Nice.
I'm excited about that.
I know they've unfortunately, like all conventions, have had some last minute cancellations here. One that they had canceled a couple weeks ago that I was really looking forward to see was Jen Taylor, because she voices Cortana, and I'm a huge Halo fan. But the voice of Halo, the guy that goes double kill, killing spree, that guy's gonna be there. What is his name?
Okay.
I would really want to see him. Hold on, just a second. The most.
I know that like. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say the most interesting man in the world is gonna be there too. Jonathan
Go
Goldsmith.
seconds.
Yeah.
He will.
I cannot believe they got that dude.
That's pretty.
I'm like they're not. I wonder if they'll let him drink Dos Equis at the table.
Maybe. I mean, his picture is literally him drinking. So. I've already met Steve Downs, but he's the voice of Master Chief. He's gonna be there. Like you said, Thomas Jane.
The original voices of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will be there too.
Yeah, we saw them at Animate Columbus. They were at that.
Cool.
Takoda.
Yeah, because I'm friends with what's her face. Remember Robert Paulson's girlfriend?
Yeah, that's right. His name was Robert Paulson. Yeah, some notable. I'll just go through some of the lists here quickly. I'll bring it up on the screen for people viewing. I know a lot of people are excited about like the Has Been Hotel people. That's been a big draw for folks. Like you said, the original Turtles, Billy West, who's voiced a lot of iconic characters, including Fry from whatever that's called.
Futurama.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cedric Yarbrough, which we should meet him, Takoda, since we met what's his face, and he's gonna be there too. I'm so bad with names. We just met him took a picture with him at GalaxyCon Columbus. What is his name, Takoda? From Reno 911.
Thomas Lennon.
Thomas.
Thank you, Thomas
Lennon. Yeah.
Yeah. So we should meet Cedric too. That'd be awesome.
We held Thomas Lennon.
Do what?
We held Thomas Lennon.
We did hold Thomas Lennon. We're gonna have to recreate that.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know if he'll let us do that. He's a little taller.
Yes, Cedric a big dude, man. Cedric a big dude.
No, I met with Thomas, not Cedric.
Okay.
Oh. I'll walk up to him and show him the picture of me holding Thomas and say, "Can I hold you in a photo?"
That'd be
He lets me
funny.
do it.
That'd be funny. Damian Clark, I want to see because he voiced Cell, and I think that's awesome. Danny Trejo, that's a big one. Eric Vale, Felicia Day, I would like to meet. She's been in a lot of stuff that I've watched online. Jason Isaacs, who is actually in the current season of White Lotus, right? Jen, you talked about that.
Yeah, he is. I'd like to meet him.
Jeff Steitzer, that's the guy, the voice of Halo. God, I gotta meet him. That'd be so cool.
And I guess this convention is also a big Twilight convention this year too, because there's a bunch of actors and
Yeah.
actresses from Twilight this year too.
Maggie Grace.
The dad will be there. Maybe I'll catch him on an elevator.
So okay, yeah. So we got a funny story about that.
Okay.
we were at GalaxyCon, and they had a lot of the Twilight cast there too. And one of the dads from Twilight was at the convention, and Takoda looks over at me and he goes, "The guy's literally standing like nut to butt right in front of us." And
We're in the elevator.
we're in the elevator with him, and he's like, "Hey, isn't that the guy? Isn't that the dad from Twilight?" And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And he's like, "This guy right here in front of us." I was like, "I don't know. I didn't watch that shit."
But it's like we go like 30 floors, and I'm like, "No, dude, he's the dad from Twilight. Hey, what's your name?"
The guy
And he
didn't
never
say
turns
anything.
around. Turn around. He gets off the elevator at his floor, turns around, flips his hood off, and goes, "Oh, were you guys talking about me?" And we're like, "What the fuck was that? Why did he just acknowledge us in the elevator?"
It was really weird. It was very awkward.
Actors for ya.
He should have finished after flipping his hood and doing that. He should have finished with acting and just walked right off because
But that cracked me up. You guys
Insane.
talking about me? And we were like, "Yeah, there's 8 of us, and 7 of us are going to the same room right now." Yeah, we're talking about you.
And then we get into some artists. Arthur Adams, Bob Hall, good friend of the show, Bryce Okoye.
I am excited about meeting Arthur Adams. As a kid, he was like one of my favorite artists coming up. I actually have like a copy of Action Comics that he drew where Batman and Superman team up to fight vampires. And
nice.
it was like at the time, like I want to say it's probably 1986. At the time, it was like the coolest thing ever because like his art style is so unique. And so I never seen him draw DC characters. I'd only like seen him draw X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
And so to like see him do Superman and Batman fighting vampires, I was like, oh, this is great. So yeah, I definitely want him to autograph that comic. So I got to find it amidst all this stuff in my room.
Ooh, that's killer, man. That'd be really cool. Gavin Smith, who was there last year, he does a Turtles artist. Did the Last Ronin. Hannah Klein, who's a local cosplayer, she's been like on the red carpet for Disney and stuff. Like she's TikTok famous. Yeah, it's crazy. Another good friend of the show, Jay Hammond. Justin Mason, who is a local artist, did art for Spider-Punk. Still does art for Spider-Punk. Really great guy. Go. I think he'll still sign stuff for free. So definitely go talk to him. He's a really cool guy. Talked about him at length. Justin Stewart, good friend of the show. Good friend of the show, Ken Kirk. Mia's finally back. Anna Mia, she is a cosplayer that had been to LexCon for like a decade, and last year she had a scheduling conflict and couldn't make it. So glad to see she's back. Be really good to see her again. She's a sweetheart. Ray Kaufman, good friend of the show, been on the show a couple times. Rico Renzi, who I have multiple stuff signed by on my wall. The original colorist of and one of the co-creators of Spider-Gwen, dude,
Oh, yeah.
he's the goat. I love him. He's a
Rico,
great guy.
Rico was awesome. I got to table next to him at LCTC. I want to say it was like maybe 2 or 3 years ago,
Uh-huh.
and we just ended up talking about like 80s and 90s R&B for like 3 straight days.
Love that.
So, but like, yeah, he's a hell of a dude. He's a really good dude.
He's a sneakerhead. I told him he's got to be. He commented back. I said you got to be wearing that Heat because we always compare shoes, and
Yes.
he's like, "Damn, that's too much pressure."
Oh,
And then this guy, I don't know who that is. Shawn Pryor. I don't know, some guy.
yeah, he's just some sweat.
New good friend of the show. Definitely go see him. What? Where are you gonna be? Do you know where you're gonna be tabled yet?
Let me see here because like I
Well,
believe
did they move all of Artist Alley or just the artists for
no.
like comic books?
No, the artists out now. We're all still in the same hall together.
Okay.
Originally, they were gonna put Artist Alley like across
In the
the
walkway to the
in
food
the
court,
walk.
right?
Yeah, past the walkway. You got to walk down the walkway to an open spot, and they were gonna put us over there. But like that's gonna be the gaming area now.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So you'll be on
so
the
like
vendor's floor still?
so we'll be on the vendor's floor. As a
Good.
matter of fact, I'm zooming in right now.
Well, while you're
Let's
doing
see.
that, another good friend of the show, Tressa Bowling. Go check her out too.
Yes.
Please.
Let's see. Okay, so let's see. I'm at booth 1014. So basically, like, Artist Alley is essentially, if I'm looking at this map correctly, the way the convention's set up, we're almost in the middle aisle of the convention center.
Okay.
Almost. So like, say for instance, Bryce and Ken are in 1012. Trust is in 1013. I'm in 1014. Ray's in 1015. Let's see here. Then I want to say Justin is. Let's see here. Justin, I think, is either behind us or across from us. No,
Okay.
he's behind. Yeah, yeah. Justin's behind Bryce and Ken.
Okay. I know they had you
And
guys tucked away in a corner last year, and I didn't really like that.
we were like I called it the cul-de-sac.
It
And
was.
so, and so like people were just like, we can come down there. I was like, yeah, come on down. Come on down. We don't bite. I'll bring a grill next time. We'll have a cookout. Just come on down, please. And so, but yeah, like, so we're not all the way in the back. And see, also this year, that entire back wall is going to have booths this year because last year it wasn't like that.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah.
And
No, it should be. I think it'll be a pretty good turnout. Oh, yeah, that's right. John Romita Jr. is going to be here. He's like one of my favorite Spider-Man artists. Hot damn, this
nice.
is great. This is great. I need money,
I
so I
feel
better
that.
sell a lot of books.
Well, you'll be
You
getting some
know.
money from me, so.
So thank you, thank you. Yeah, like
Jen, where are you gonna be?
I'm in booth 805, I believe.
Do you know anybody, any of your neighbors?
Yeah, the girl behind me, Mina or Alex, she has the perler bead get up.
Oh yeah.
We'll be tossing food back and forth. So,
Nice.
but yeah, and then I don't know if I don't think I know anyone around me outside of her.
Okay, gotcha.
But
Cool. Well, everyone go check out Jen's booth. Demon Dogs gonna be selling apparel and
art.
prints. You gonna have a spinny wheel again?
Yep,
Prize
that'll be
wheel?
there. Free stuff.
Yeah.
Come by, get some free stuff. It's always worth a chat.
Hell yeah.
93-year-old William Shatner's going to be there, and he is going to be grumpy as hell.
Yeah. What? You know what? I mean, granted, this was like
Nearby.
What'd you say? Go ahead.
Doesn't he live nearby or in?
I believe he
Lincoln?
has a home in Kentucky.
He has a
I
horse
forget
farm.
where though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in
Okay.
Shelbyville, I believe.
Gotcha.
No, I was just gonna say back whenever they used to have conventions in Louisville, rest in peace. Had SuperCon one year. I was interviewing someone, and William Shatner just casually walks by, And he shook my hand. He goes, "How you doing?" And he just kept walking. He was really nice. He wasn't grumpy at all. So
One year he was at LCTC, and Jared had to drive him in a cart from place to place, and so like they're driving down the aisle, and Shatner pulls out his cane and just starts hitting people like, "Move, get out the way."
Oh,
dude, if I'm
you
90, I'm
earned that
doing
right.
worse than that.
Yeah. Yes. So yeah.
I'll be the
Yeah,
biggest curmudgeon of all time, but there's no way I'm making it to 90. No way.
oh man.
I like food too
I mean,
much.
he's
Same.
earned that right. I think.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. I mean, I cannot believe he's still doing conventions.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
It's
like
easy money for him.
It is, but what more? Why does he need more money?
Well,
yeah.
I'm sure he wants to meet fans and.
Does he?
You know.
Why?
See, that's the
Why?
whole point.
No, I'm not famous. I don't know.
Not yet.
But
We got to keep pushing this Nerd Bites stuff, and then yeah, we'll eventually get there, right?
right, that's right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to get a couple of interviews while I'm there. Definitely be taking a lot of pictures. Definitely do my normal "what's your favorite source of potassium" thing. Actually, my crew has a surprise for Saturday, assuming people actually don't pansy out, because as of right now, I'm the only one who's done it. But if it's just me, I don't care. I'll still rock it. I really don't care. I have no shame.
Oh.
Well, rest assured, you won't be the weirdest one
Oh,
at Comic-Con. So
maybe. I don't know.
well,
Not the
I don't know.
weirdest, just the dumbest.
True. Yeah. Yeah.
So like besides like autographs and like photo ops and things like that, like are there like any things that like y'all like to hunt for or try to get when you're at a con?
I mean, it depends on the guest. This time, I'm probably gonna get a picture with Thomas Jane if he's doing table selfies. I don't like to do photo ops. I
Yeah.
prefer a table selfie.
Yeah.
I'm not too big on signatures, unless it's like bleach or something specific like that. I
Or if
would
there's
like
a
to get Danny
cyberpunk
Trejo.
Edge Runners guest.
Yeah, Edge Runners or bleach is about it, really. I would like to get Danny Trejo to like write a quote on something because he did that one quote for his restaurant. It's called Surf and Turf because shrimp live in the water and cows live on land, you dumbass. And I think that'd be funny to get written on something like a menu, maybe.
Oh, you should get a Winchell's menu.
So I can go show it to the Winchell's guy.
Yeah. Winchell's guy. Yeah, he doesn't have a name. His name's Winchell's guy.
Can I borrow this? I'll bring it back tomorrow.
We got a funny story about that too. You want to tell it?
What?
About the Winchell's guy, about how we saw him at the main event.
You can tell it.
All right.
You can tell him what's there.
So we go to breakfast. We've been doing this for how many years, Takoda? Going to breakfast at Winchell's on the Friday of
Like
LexCon. Like 8 years.
It's like just be like 8 years, yeah.
And we always get the same waiter the entire time. Like every year, we get the same waiter. He's like, "Oh, it's you guys again. How you doing? Been a while." That kind of stuff. Well, we never really pay attention to his name, so we just call him Winchell's guy. And we saw him. We were at a friend's birthday party at main event, and we saw him. And Dakota goes, "Hey, it's Winchell's guy," and he's like, "Hey, Winchell's guy," and he's like, "Yeah, my name's whatever," and he's like, "Okay, Winchell's guy."
Oh no.
That poor waiter.
He was a good sport about it. He was laughing, but and we're like, whenever we left, we're like, "Okay, see you, Winchell's guy."
We did leave, walk by the bar. I was like, "See you later, Winchell's guy."
We all did, yeah.
It wasn't his fault. I already know enough names. I don't need to know that guy's name.
That's true. It'd be a sad day.
I think his name was Dylan. I think it was Dylan.
I think it is.
What's even worse was Morgan was with us, and Morgan didn't know his name, and Morgan eats there every Sunday.
Every single Sunday.
And Morgan was like, "That's Winchell's guy. I don't know his name."
Yeah, good stuff. Hey, it would be remiss if we didn't talk a little Pokemon because it was Pokemon Day yesterday. And there was a Pokemon Direct, which was a little lackluster for sure. They did announce a new thing, which I think is pretty cool. It's basically like Pokemon Stadium, but it's crossplay on your phone and the Switch. So Pokemon Home gets a lot more functionality, which I'm really excited about. Now it feels like it actually has a purpose where you can transfer it from device to device and not just like leave it in one place for a long time. Talking about my Pokemon, that is. So that looks cool. And then they did show off a little gameplay footage of Legends Z. The weird thing is the starter choices. You have 2 Sinnoh starters and then a Unova starter with Tepig. I don't understand why there's 2 Sinnohs and 1 non-Sinnoh. Like why did Cyndaquil get thrown out? You have Totodile, which that's my boy, so I'm excited about that. And then Cyndaquil, and then or not Cyndaquil, but what's the grass type? Can't think of its name. Chikorita,
Yeah.
and Totodile, and then no Cyndaquil, and people were like, "What the hell?" And then I know you want to talk about this, Takoda. The new set came out in TCG Pocket. You already collected all the cards.
Yeah. Yeah, I've already collected all the cards today. I did it purely out of spite too. Just to spite Morgan.
Yeah. Well, you didn't get the crown rares, but close enough.
No, dude, I've pulled I guess like close to 50 packs today. The highest I've gotten was 2 stars. No 3 stars, no 4 stars. Not no immersives, no golds.
But you did complete the
So
75 base, right?
I did complete the 75 base, yeah.
Crazy.
I got a ton of dupes of like unknown and what's it, Sudowoodo?
Yeah.
Little dancing tree. I got like 7 full arts of Sudowoodo.
Weird. It's weird how the rates are supposedly this same, but it feels like you definitely don't get some of them more or less than others. Like the one people were trying to get were like Beedrill and Butterfree and the base set, like that was like the chase, even though they're like only 2 stars. No one could get them for some reason. Super weird.
I had to buy Butterfree with pack points. I never drew it.
Feels like their algorithm's just not correct.
So like I was telling you, the last one I did, I ripped 10 packs in a row, and I got no full arts, no EXs. It was all base cards.
Crazy.
50 base cards.
Terrible.
So I was like, what the hell?
And how much is that a pack?
Well, so
not too much.
You get okay. So the thing about it is with the TCG Pocket Live or whatever it's called, you get 2 free packs a day, just base, and then if you're premium, you get a 3rd free pack a day. And then like you can earn hourglasses, which basically reduce the time to open a pack. And if you collect like 106 or 116 of them or something like that, you can open 10.
No, it's that's the hourglasses.
Yeah, just straight. I'm talking straight hourglasses.
60 gold. Yeah, 60 gold.
Yeah,
10 packs.
So 60 gold would be how much real life money? Because you get bonus, so it's $10. So okay,
$10, yeah.
So $20
$20 get you. Yeah, it's $1 a pack basically.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay, so I ripped more than 50 packs today. I ripped closer to 90 packs. So, but hey, got to catch them all.
It's true.
Call me Jason Page. Got to catch them all.
Talk about a guy that's been unhinged. Crazy.
I've never met him.
Oh, I just mean his social media.
Oh yeah, he's got his comments turned off now.
Crazy. Shawn, you a Pokemon guy at all?
No, but like I do like Pokemon. It's just something I never had time to get into. As far especially on the card collecting side, I feel that like that would become like an addiction for me. And so I'm just like, you know what? I think I'm gonna stay out of this. I got enough hobbies as is. So, but like I like it though. Like say for instance, anytime Justin and the Six Bomb Boards folks do live art, I'm a writer. I don't really draw, okay? But like I'll get up there and I'll get up on one of the boards and I'll draw a Pokemon. Like the
Nice.
last one I drew, like, and the thing is, like, the last one I drew was a war turtle.
Nice.
And that was like the last one that I drew, and I always just make up a quote. Always make up a quote, even though I know they didn't say these things. But like with War Turtle, my quote is, "Sometimes you have to throw hands."
I love that.
You know. But yeah,
That
so like
does seem like War Turtle's attitude for sure.
so yeah, like I love the designs though. I love the designs, the color palettes. I think they're awesome. So, like I said, I'll draw one every single time I'm at Live Art.
Well, I'm a Pokemon baby. I was born in it, raised by it, uh, molded by it. Yeah.
I was adopted by it.
You
About
were.
70 days ago, I hated Pokemon. Now, it's not so bad. I'm starting to have a pretty good time.
Nice.
I know Jen is same as me. She was born into it as well. So
Yup.
that whole craze when it came to the West was I still nothing to this day compares and nothing ever
Mm.
will to the excitement that Pokemon brought to me as a child. I still am living off those hopes and dreams.
So like you still have your cards from your childhood, or
Absolutely. Some of them are worth quite a bit. I've got that. I've got all my games from a child too. Although some of the DS games, which were kind of in my later years in high school and college, I did trade those in to get a PS4
gotcha.
back in the day, and I regret it because those are all worth way more than my PS4 is worth now combined. Yeah, so I've been trying to gradually recollect those, which is tough because they're rare and people hold on to them. And when you do find them, they're insanely expensive. Like I think the last time I found Pokemon Platinum, it was listed at like 170,
Hmm.
which it
Holy cow.
retailed for like what $40 back then.
That's wild.
Yeah, I think that was the cost for a DS game. I think.
Yeah, sounds about right. About $40, anywhere between 25 and 40 for a DS game. Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
But also like retro game pricing is out of freaking control, man.
Which is why I play ROMs.
And I don't blame you. And I honestly don't blame you. I don't. I
Yeah.
don't blame you at all.
Yeah, been really. I've talked about it the last couple shows. I've been really getting into it. Got a little handheld device. I'll bring it to LexCon so people can see it. It's pretty fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
like
yeah,
I have a
go
oh
ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say like I have a extra PC that like I want to throw big box on and then just start uploading games to it. I just haven't had the time to do it yet. Like I just like his here's the whole thing. Like I've got like there's like literally a shelf like in front of me and it's just Xbox games, Xbox 360, a bunch of PS2 games
I love that.
and stuff like that. But the thing is that like I don't have the time. I don't have the time to play them all. At the same time, I don't want to get rid of them because I do want to play them. But it's like, would it just be better to rip all of these and see if I can just run them through emulators instead? And then that way I free up a bunch of room and I can sell these games. But it used to be like like right before the pandemic, I was getting Xbox and Xbox 360 games anywhere from like $2 to like maybe max 20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And literally, the moment they told us to stay home, all this stuff shot up. I remember like I was able to used to be able to get Def Jam, Fight for New York, which is like one of my favorite fighting games of all time. Okay.
Nice.
Like before the pandemic, I could find an Xbox copy for maybe for 30, $40. Okay. Pandemic hit, now it's 120, 130, 160.
Yeah, the pandemic ruined everything, especially for collectors. Comic books shot up like crazy. Video games, bourbon. I remember there was like a mad dash for bourbon back then,
Yeah.
and I hated it, but I was a part of it. I mean, you name it, anything you could collect. Pokemon got insane, and it's back being insane again, which I also hate because now you can't even just like I wanted to crack some packs with my son and daughter for Pokemon Day, and like they were just like impossible to find.
Yeah,
So stupid.
I had a friend, my friend Don. Don went through the same thing. Like this was just like a thing that he does with, he and his kids do together for fun, and
Hmm.
the kids enjoy it. And he was like, I get to spend time with my kids, and we, get the Pokemon cards and open up a few packs. And he's just like, I can't even get the packs, man. He was just like, they're already gone before I even get there. And he's like, I get there early, and then like just everything's gone.
And it's
And I'm like,
the problem isn't collectors either. It's scalpers, the people that want to make money off of it.
mm-hmm,
They exploit it. It's so fucking frustrating.
yeah.
Dakota's like, yeah, sure it is.
I don't rip physical packs. That's for losers. That's
Yeah.
why I like Pocket TCG is the simplicity of it.
Nah,
Because
you just like to rip for other people.
I do like to rip when I'm not paying for the pack. That is true. But you watch any video of some guy, they're like, found this pack from 2008. It's the Glams conjoined blue and red. And I'm like, what the fuck did they even do that like pack? There has to be like close to the 300s in different series they've done. And it's like Pocket TCG. There's currently 4. It's
Well,
easy. It's easy. There's so many. Like I know right now, like the big one's what, Prismatic.
yeah. Which I did find that they had a vending machine at the Florence Mall, and I did buy a pack of Prismatic. I think it was upcharged like $1, which isn't too bad.
You want to know something? When
What?
me and Josh were at GameStop the other day, the lady was putting out all the Prismatic packs, and she was like, "Do you guys want any?" We're like, "No." And I didn't know they were gonna be super hard to find. I would have grabbed some for people, but I didn't.
Yeah, it's because
Too
there's
bad.
an Umbreon that's a full art. That's like it's the Moonbreon is what they're calling it, and that thing's going for like thousands of dollars. It's insane.
Just raw thousands.
Yeah, just raw, not even
Well,
graded.
that's dumb.
Yep.
You know what else you could buy with thousands of dollars? Probably a real Moonbreon. You could buy a taxidermied fox and just make your own Moonbreon.
Just paint it black, yeah.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Anyway,
Or whatever. Or
I
whatever
might,
the
I
Rolling
might,
Stones said.
I might buy a pack every now and then. We'll see how LexCon goes. If I get anything good, I'll take it straight to that dude and have him make me a coaster out of it.
Oh yeah, he'll be there. That guy's cool.
Yeah. That's what I do. If I pull anything rare, I put it in a coaster.
That's not wrong. You do that. The couple movie bits, and then we're running low on time here, so a couple movie things. Shrek 5 was officially announced, and they did a teaser thing for it, and it was completely unhinged. They included a bunch of the memes, and they're like, what the hell is this? And like the fact that they're leaning into the memes. They did say damn.
They said damn in the trailer, yeah.
Yeah.
Zendaya's in it.
Mm-hmm. She's the daughter.
They said she's not the daughter.
Who is she? If she's not the daughter, who is she?
I don't know. I just saw a news story today that said she's not the daughter. She's another character.
She's speaking as the daughter in the trailer.
I don't know. Maybe the headline's wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, she's in the trailer talking.
I saw the trailer. I get it.
You don't know what you're fucking talking about. And don't come on here reporting your false news bullshit, shoving your agenda down our throat because you don't know who fucking Zendaya is playing. The first movie they have a kid, they bring Zendaya on, and it's not Zendaya. That's the whole Todoroki frog girl fucking bullshit, okay? I'm tired of this bullshit. It's Zendaya's the daughter. Anyways, next subject.
Okay. It's from Kotaku. Here it is.
From who? Daily Mail.
Zendaya is not Michi in Shrek 5's first trailer. I don't know who Michi is. I'm assuming that's the daughter.
So Shrek and Fiona named their kid Michi?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go look at IMDb.
Hold on. The big news from this teaser is that Zendaya is joining the Shrek universe and will play the titular ogre's daughter. Okay, no, Zendaya isn't Michi, but I assume her new character has a silly... Okay, I guess that's just not the character's name. The character's name is not Michi. That's a very misleading headline.
Oh. You should have read that. You should have read the full fucking article before you spewed that out to us.
Well, here's the thing. I was
Mr.
cramming
I only read fucking headlines
before the show, and I saw that, and I was like, that's interesting, and I didn't get a chance to read it. And then also I watched Companion. I rented it last night.
How was
I
Yeah,
loved it.
it was really good. Yeah.
it?
A lot of people compare it to Ex Machina, and it's not Ex Machina. It's nowhere in the same like ballpark as far as quality goes, in my opinion. But it was still really good. It was a lot of fun. Some of the acting was just phenomenal. Like I actually thought that the guy that played the gay character, the gay robot, that dude acted his ass off in that movie.
Well, you know where he started?
No.
He did. Have you? It's been a minute, but he was like, there was a big strike, and it was this Indian guy that had a YouTube channel and would do the shorts where it would be like, like a fake short of like this guy got fired from his work for giving this homeless guy food, or this shoplift. It was just shit like that. This dude did YouTube shorts for years,
Hmm.
and the guy was making bank. The owner of the page was, and he wasn't paying the actors well. And that guy was one of them. That was one of the actors. That's
Huh.
like that's what he started, was doing that. And then I think he was also on White Lotus for a season.
Hmm.
Oh, I don't remember him in White Lotus. Or was he
I
like
could be wrong.
maybe he was the one of the attendants or whatever. I
I
think I
think so.
do
He's
vaguely
been
remember.
gay in like every role he's played.
Okay. Gotcha.
I think
Well,
he just might be gay in real life.
maybe, but I'm just saying the way he acted as a robot, he killed it, dude. He killed it.
Yeah. Did you just catch his name's Robert and he plays the T-1000?
Yeah.
Robert Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty funny. But yeah, no, I thought it was a good movie. I went into it completely blind. Josh was
Same.
like, "You want to go see a movie? Let's go see Companion." I was like, "I haven't even seen a trailer for it." He's like, "It's good." First 15 minutes, I was like, "Dude, what is this? This is the cringiest shit I've ever seen. Why does she keep making facial expressions like that?" And then it happens, and I was like, "This is getting pretty good." And by the end, I was like, "Dude, that was a fucking good
Having a
movie."
pretty good time.
I'm having a pretty good time.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's a something that happens. We won't give it away, but it happens pretty quicker than like I would expect that kind of thing to happen in a movie. And yeah, it's just like whoa, it just takes a hard turn and it's great. I enjoyed it. I liked it more than Captain America: Brave New World.
yeah,
I've had no time to
and
watch
then
anything.
The Gorge. Anybody seen The Gorge?
I did watch The Gorge. I
Gorge was really good.
I liked it. Yeah,
It was really good.
I wouldn't say it was really good, but I did like
It
it.
was really good.
We had a little spat about that. I just thought the gorge was a lot of fun. It wasn't perfect, but for what it was, like I thought it was a really really cool concept, and it was just I kind of turned my brain off through it and just had a fun time, and it's a fun time. Yeah.
It was really good.
All right. Well, Shawn, go ahead and shout out where people can find you, anything you're working on, where they can get your stuff, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, you can find me on Blue Sky at Shawn Shawn R Pryor. You can find me on Instagram at the Sean P Show. Those are normally the two social media sites where I post the most. And like if you want to find my books, you can go to my website. My website, I do need to update it and put more books on there. But you can go to ShawnPryor.com. You can go to bookshop.org, type my name in, and you'll see a bunch of my books there, and you can order them directly from that site, and that site supports independent bookstores. And so you can do that. If you use the Amazon, I understand. It's fine. I'm not going to judge you. You can do that too, or Barnes and Noble, wherever you can get books. And as far as right now goes, um, just had a historical graphic novel come out in January about it's called The Cook Who Defended Pearl Harbor. If you remember the movie Pearl Harbor, the character that Cuba Gooding Jr. plays is loosely based off of uh, Doris, aka Dory Miller. And I wrote a historical graphic novel about him for Capstone Publishing. Came out in January. Also, A couple months before that, that's when Kaiju Unleashed, which is out and about right now. It's on sale on Amazon. If you love Godzilla movies, definitely take a look at that. Check that out. And say, for instance, if you're a Power Rangers fan, I wrote a exclusive story in the exclusive story in the hardcover for Go Go Power Rangers Volume 2 for their hardcover, and and so like I got to that's a bucket list item for me.
That's
Something
awesome.
I never thought I'd get the opportunity to do. And so to have that hardcover and see like on the spine, like my name is on that spine. That is just something that like nobody can take away from me. So that's really cool. But
Hell
yeah,
yeah,
I
man.
write all kinds of stuff, and but yeah, that's where you can find me, and that's where you can find my books.
Awesome. Well, everyone come out to LexCon, come see Shawn, come see Jen, come see me and Takoda. We'll be out and about, hanging out Friday, Saturday. Shawn, thank you so much for coming on. Jen, tell them
Yes.
where you're going to be again.
Oh, I'll be at booth 805, Demon Dogs OPC. You can't miss me. It's a giant pink booth. I'll
Yeah.
probably be in cosplay. So,
Hell yeah. And
yes.
Takoda, where can people find you?
Don't look for me.
At Page and
I don't
Panel.
like people. Oh, you mean my website? Okay.
Yeah.
You can find me on basically every. I thought you meant at the
No.
con. Where can they find me?
No.
Don't approach me. I don't like people. Come up to me like, "Are you a Page and Panel?" Nope.
No, I never heard of it. What is that?
Page and Panel on everything. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Blue Sky, Threads. I get around.
Yeah,
You
you
know me
do.
everywhere in Kentucky. Anyway, yeah, on any of those, I do manga news, reviews, interviews, and cons.
Nice.
So I'm
All
also
right.
best friends with Shawn Pryor. So
And not
Yes.
me for sure.
don't even know that guy.
Yeah. Check out the Nerd Bite shop on Fourth Wall. It's listed everywhere on our socials. I just made a shirt that just says hot dogs across the chest. So if you like hot dogs, that's going to be perfect for holidays coming up for Labor Day and Memorial Day and 4th of July. Be a great shirt to wear to those events. So make sure you check that out. It's for the low price of $22. So definitely go pick up one of those. It comes in a variety of colors. But yeah, come out to LexCon. Can't wait to see everybody. And until next time, stay nerdy.
Nerdy.
You look like the 4th of July. Makes you want a hot dog
Bye.
real bad.